Today I'm going to step through a workaround to create a looper without needing a second feedback track. So in the last video I walked through the creation of this looper using this method here where you create a loop channel that or track, and that contains your effect rack, looper A, looper B, and then there's a secondary feedback track which takes the audio from this channel, basically takes the output of the looper and feeds it back into the input of the looper, so that these two loopers are able to hear each other when one of them is in overdub, allowing you to continue to layer sounds on top of each other. What I'm going to show here is a method to do the same thing but only using one track. And this makes use of a few effect racks and a compressor, this glue compressor. So instead of having a second feedback channel, what this has is the standard looper, or the config that we went through in the last video, and an effect rack here called output. I've just named it output, and a chain here called through. Name that through. And before the looper is another effect rack called feedback loop with two chains. One chain contains a glue compressor. One chain contains nothing, which is called through. So through allows audio to pass through. So the input, for instance, the microphone or guitar or whatever, passes through. The feedback is using the glue compressor to take the output of the looper and feed it back into the input of the looper. That takes advantage of the sidechain feature in sidechain listen mode. So this is configured here with audio from loop 2, this channel. And specifically on loop 2, we're pulling from the effect rack called output, the chain called through, and post mixer. And yeah, I'll go through this process from scratch here on loop 1. So go ahead and delete this track. No longer need the feedback track. And instead, we're going to take an audio effect rack and place it after the looper. And another one, and we'll place it in front. This is not going to actually contain any effects. It's just going to contain a chain. We'll call this through. And we'll name this output. Cool. And now, on the input side, before the looper, create two chains. The first one is going to be containing a glue compressor, and the second one will be a through with nothing in it. Glue compressor, we expand this, turn on sidechain, turn on sidechain listen, audio from loop 1, output through post mixer. And there we go. Everything else functions the same way. And yeah, let's do a quick demo here. We'll clear it, get the looper running, and I'll just add some sounds here just to as an example. Alright, an overdub. And there it is. Same functionality as the two-channel approach, but using only one channel. So this would be really useful, especially in cases like using live light where you're constrained by channel count. Yeah, it also just helps clean things up a bit. So, hope that's useful for you. Have fun with it.